Hello friends, today we will learn what is Python library. So let's start. Friends, Python library is a collection of packages and related modules which can be used to access the built-in functionality. So right here, library, you go to collection of Python package and modules. Friends, Python libraries are used to make our code simpler and convenient for the programmer, as we don't need to write the code again and again. There are two types of Python library, which are Python standard library and user-defined library. Standard library and user-defined library. User-defined libraries are created by the user. These are two types: standard library and user-defined library. In standard library, there are many functions which are already defined in Python, and inside these standard libraries there are many defined functions which we can be used modules inside our program. Python standard libraries contains so many Python syntax, semantics, and tokens. This contains Python syntax, semantics, and tokens. Some of the examples of standard libraries are let's say NumPy, Pandas, and SciPy. Inside all these libraries there are many modules and related functions are described, so this we can import in our program without writing a code for many times. Let's see how Python library works with simple example. Let's create a file inside this folder, like new folder adds library. Open this. We have to open this directory in VS Code, so right click and open with code. So our path will automatically change to directory. So let's create a folder inside this library file. We will take a example of NumPy library, which is a standard. So let's create here a folder as numpy.py. You can give any name. To import this NumPy library, we have to write import NumPy as np. I used np as a alias name for NumPy, so we have to write only npy instead of full NumPy name. If you have not installed with NumPy library, it will show you error. So if you want to install this NumPy library, go to the terminal, and here you can write pip space install numpy, and then enter. It will install all the packages for numpy library. I have already installed it, so I will go directly to the code. So let's cut it and write a code here. Basically, numpy library is used for a multi-dimensional array in Python. So write here numpy used for multi-dimensional array. Here we can work with arrays using the numpy library. So let's write some code. Using this numpy library, we can check our array's dimensions as its shape, its size, and dimensions for array. So let's check. First, I am creating an array. So let's write array is equals to enp dot array. So here array is the function inside this enp library. So we will import it using this reference as a dot. Now I am writing a array as 1, 2, 3, which is a multi-dimensional array, and here 4, 2, 5. So this is our array. To check the dimensions of this given array, let's write here is array. To print dimension, right here print string as array dimensions, number of dimensions as this array, and then a reference dot. Here are all the functions inside this numpy library. So we will select one as we have to check the dimension. So I write ndim. Let's save and run this code. Okay, yeah, here is the list indices must be integer. So yes, here I have not given n comma. So let's save, and here dimensions are 2. So we got output as dimensions as 2. This is 1 and this is 2. There are 2 dimensions for this particular array. Now we will use another function to check the shape of this array. So let's write here print shape of array, and then use a function from array dot shape. This will give us a shape for this array, and now use another function which gives us size. So let's write here, let's copy this, paste, and we have to check size. So write size, and here size. This will this function gives us size of this array, and this function gives us shape of this the given array. So let's save and run the code. Here we got the output as 2 and 3 for the shape of the array, because here are 2 rows for this particular array and 3 columns for this particular array. So the output is 2 dash 3, and size of the array is 6 as 1. There are 3 elements in this first row and 3 elements in second row, so we got size as 6. So in this way we can import this numpy standard library inside our python file. So in this way friends, python library works. We can also, in this way we have learned python library. So thank you friends.